150 British Phantoms are now tasked primarily with air defense of the UK and have a secondary responsibility for fighter ground attack. Number 41 Squadron is typical of the 7 British Phantom squadrons. 2 of these fly ex-naval FG Mark I's, and a third has ex-US Navy F-4Js, required because of the Royal Air Force's increased commitment in the South Atlantic after the Falklands War of 1982. Modern developments have emphasized alternative roles such as reconnaissance and defense suppression. The most radical development has been the F-4ES, high-altitude photo reconnaissance variant of the F-4E used only by Israel. This has a completely modified nose section for the special HIAC-1 oblique photo equipment, which allows this high-altitude aircraft to see deep into enemy territory while the aircraft remains in the comparative safety of friendly airspace. Israel is also upgrading its fighter models. Japan, South Korea, and West Germany also see a future for their fighters after extensive upgrading by those countries' own aircraft industries. Over the years, the Phantom has shown extraordinary adaptability in a wide range of roles, and has thus operated with many weapon types on its 5 hardpoints. Some of the most important are illustrated in the next few sequences. Unguided rockets have been especially significant for area ground attack. The types most commonly used are the 2.75-inch and more rarely 5-inch types fired from launchers of varying sizes against soft battlefield targets such as troop concentrations, unarmored vehicles, and artillery positions. For the air-to-air role, the short-range infrared guided sidewinder has proved more successful than the medium-range Sparrow, which homes onto the reflections of the launch aircraft's radar bouncing from the target. The Phantom can carry 4 Sparrows under the fuselage and 2 or 4 sidewinders on underwing hardpoints for maximum flexibility in the air-to-air role. This sequence shows a Convair F-102 Delta Dagger pilotless drone taking off as target. The late model Sidewinder scores a hit in the tailpipe. This leads to the successive breakup of the drone as it tumbles out of control. Saturation and precision bombing against point and area targets have both been undertaken with the gamut of U.S. bomb types, including the highly effective high-blast demolition types. Cannon pods have also proved highly successful in the air-to-ground role, the 20mm types being the more common, though 30mm pods can be carried. Multiple pods have proved devastating in the air-to-surface road. As the most important type in U.S. Navy and U.S. Air Force service during the 1960s and early 70s, the Phantom was used by the aerobatic display team of each service. The Navy team is the Blue Angels, which used the F-4J until the rising price of fuel forced a change to the McDonnell Douglas A-4F Skyhawk in 1974. The Air Force team is the Thunderbirds, which used the F-4E until it too switched to a smaller and more economical type. In this instance, the Northrop T-38A Talon. As the Phantom has been the Western world's most widely built and extensively used combat aircraft since World War II, production milestones for this great aircraft are worth reviewing. The 1000th Phantom was an F-4B for the U.S. Navy and was delivered on July 7, 1965. 2 years later, the 2000th Phantom followed as an F-4D for the U.S. Air Force. This was handed over on February 21, 1967. Just 17 months later, the 3000th Phantom came off the line. This F-4J went to the U.S. Navy on August 28, 1968. An F-4E for the U.S. Air Force became the 4000th Phantom when it emerged on February 1, 1971. Finally, on May 24, 1978, the 5000th Phantom was an F-4E delivered to the Turkish Air Force. The Phantom is now out of production, but this remarkable aircraft is still an effective warplane. Moreover, it is still being developed and may re-emerge with turbofan engines. So the Phantom is certain to remain in useful and valued service well into the 1990s.